Do you have to let everyone know as soon as it happens? Do you have to post to social media? Or can you give it time and just really take in what you just experienced? That's the time portion of it. And the frequency is, which I think makes it more so people living for social media. I think it's the repetition and how many times they do it. What's good? Another episode of Just What We Needed, another podcast. Rocking that Armor King shirt. Armor King for Tekken 8. Let's go. Need that. We're on this topic today because it was on my mind all day yesterday about the whole living in the moment and living for social media. And then I got home and of course you saw the tweet already, but this confirmed it. It's like I gotta talk about this. So this woman said, social media has made people so focused on capturing and sharing moments for likes and validation that they often forget to actually live in the moment. It's like the pressure to document everything for others steals the joy of just being present. Don't even get me started on what it's done to romance and relationships. She's absolutely right. And I want to further discuss this. I want to kind of indulge on this topic because I have a lot of not a lot of feelings. I don't have like strong negative feelings against it, but I do agree that social media has ruined the perception of living in the moment, right? So I'm going to use one example before I get into, the relationship stuff. Starting off completely. I'm a in the moment person. Do I have my moments of, oh yeah, I got to post? Absolutely, man. I grew up with this social media technology. I grew up with this. It's embedded in me. I am, what is it, the microwave generation? Absolutely, it's in me. I do that from time to time. I did that at the first professional boxing match I went to, right, in Charlotte. I found myself, and here's how I know that I'm just not that social media person. I found myself recording some of the matches on my phone, right? And yo, like, it's crazy seeing pro boxing. I mean, you could say this really for any sport, but it's crazy seeing pro boxing up close and personal. And I was trying to record. I don't remember if I was trying to record for my own little highlight reel or something I always wanted to do, or if I was just recording just for the fun of it. But anyways, I went there to record. I recorded some fights, and there were some moments I actually missed, like visually, not visually, but like kind of mentally, because I'm so focused on holding my camera to get the right angles and making sure I'm zoomed in and lighting's right and all this and all that. I'm sitting here trying to record it. I'm watching life through a lens, and I came to regret that after the fact. I regretted it after because, for one, I've never looked back at those. I've never, outside of maybe 2 days after I saw the fights and show my mom some things, I never looked back at those, and I do regret not being really in the moment for those. Like the whole social media thing. I never even uploaded them to social media. I was just so focused on the camera and the footage that I just did not care enough about what was going on in the moment. Now, of course, I would want to go back, and I appreciate, everyone who showed out and showed up, but I'm not that person to where everything I do has to go on social media. So there is, I'll give another example. How I'm in the camp of like live in the moment. My friend, great friend, not the one who I'm going to be talking about the beautiful friendships with, but great friendship, love her to death, my friend Michaela. She wanted me to get out and go ice skating with her, right? I've never ice skated in my life, but I'm an adventurous person nowadays. So I was just like, sure, let's go ice skating. And we went out, we went to go eat downtown, and then the lady brought us the bill and gave it to me, assumed I was paying for everything. And I was just like, no, split this shit up. And she looked at Michaela and was just like, yes, nigga, we are just friends. Like, yes, you're going to pay for her own shit. Like, I hate that. That was like such a most not entitled shit. Not on Michaela, but like the server. Talking about some, that's why you're not getting a tip. But it's the first time it dawned on me that I just am not that person, because we got to the ice skating rink. I'm sitting here struggling on ice skates. I got a size too big. I didn't know you're supposed to go down a size to help keep your balance from whatever your actual foot measurement is. And I'm sitting here struggling around the rink and blah, blah, blah. And my friend, she keeps wanting to take pictures the entire time. I'm like, yo, I'm not sure I can snap a couple, but like, can we have fun while we're here, right? And I'll get to that. It's like, can we have fun? And what kind of, it didn't piss me off, but it was just like, yo, I'm kind of tired of this. Is that she said that, okay, I'm gonna skate while I'm struggling to stand up and learn. Like, my ankles are killing me by this point. I'm still having fun because it's something new that I've tried. She skated. She told me, she was like, I'm gonna skate to the middle of the rink, and if you can take my picture. I'm like, no, motherfucker, I'm not doing that. Because for what? Why can you not just enjoy this experience with me rather than wanting everyone to know I went ice skating? It's not in me. I'm not that person. Like, I I think I posted maybe a video that she recorded of me like trying to get around the rink cuz it was funny, but that was it. I haven't looked back at that shit in like what, 3 years I think it's been. I have not looked back at any of those pictures, videos one time unless it comes up on my Snapchat memories. That's not me. I lived in the moment. I went ice skating. I know what to do better next time, and I don't need validation or to be like, yeah, 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 here's proof that I went ice. Like, I know I went ice skating. I don't need pictures and videos for that. And back to what she was saying, this person, like, and that was just friendly examples of stuff of how I'm not the social media person. It's like the pressure to document everything for others steals the joy of being present. Before we get into it, I'm gonna say some people would argue that, you can do both. You can live in the moment and live for social media, and you can, but it's purely personal preference on how you choose to live like that. I am all out of social media. I don't like, if Twitter and Blue Sky and Facebook, all that shit got shut down today, I wouldn't care. I'd probably just go downtown. Be honest with you, like, I joined TikTok real late. As soon as I joined and started making videos, TikTok is about to get canceled. TikTok is about to be illegal. It's banned. Well, whoops. I guess I'll do something else. Like, I'm not big on that. Now, going back to, oh yeah, so she's saying that, well, the argument was that you can do both. It's like, how, not how can you do both, but I do, let's say I envy people who can do both, who are just like, yeah, I'm living in the moment, but have to post every single thing that they do. Every time they go out, they got to post their plate, they have to do XYZ, and it's just odd how it comes off. Not odd as in, oh, you're weird for doing this, but just, if you can do that, you strong. Because I couldn't. I could never disclose everything. And some people take it so far as to be like, yeah, I'm gonna post these pictures after the trip, after I get back, so people don't know, where I was, and who are you? Who are you again? It's like, okay, I mean, if you do it for like safety reasons, yeah, like, if you go out and you take all your pictures and you don't post till you get back for safety reasons, like maybe you got a stalker. Who's that one guy on TikTok who can just like find you anywhere from a picture that you took? He went crazy. He took a picture. No, a lady was, and it was like they make it a challenge for him too. They was like, "You can't. I bet you can't find me. I'm just in this restaurant." Which is like, okay, so you're in this restaurant here, and I Google image search the crest in the background, and that's only located in Paris. Now, if we look at this, they clearly you're having an egg sandwich croissant. So let's narrow it down to some breakfast spots and blah 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 blah. And he just keeps going. If it's type shit like that, I understand if you post it afterwards, but otherwise, I think that's, and you're like a celebrity who has ops and shit, I get it. But if you're just a random Joe Schmo, who the fuck are you? It's my thing. Safety, I get. Thinking that, oh yeah, people gonna know where I am. Okay, and you don't have any ops. Ain't nobody gunning for you. You don't have nobody on your head. Like this woman said, living in the moment versus living for social media. She said, don't even tell me what it's done for relationships. I'm a victim. I am a victim. I'm a huge victim. This is not any bitterness. I'm a victim. People who followed me and my ex at the same time, like when we were together, can tell you that my entire relationship with that person was documented on Twitter. It was no bullshit. Everything we did together ended up on Twitter. And how I said before, how it wasn't a huge issue. And it's just when I realized, okay, I'm not the social media person. Seeing my friend being like, take this picture, take this picture. No, we're having fun. It really sprung up again in like my last relationship. Because there were multiple times where social media came up and I was just like, why? Right? So as an example, I think here's the thing that was like the biggest red flag for me in the relationship was one day we were hanging out, either playing games, watching TV. I don't know. I thought we were locked into the fucking TV, right? And so I end up either going to the bathroom or I was leaving, right? Either way, I was leaving to do something, go somewhere. And I thought we were locked into the TV. And then she told me, she was just like, okay, I'm gonna go. She said, okay, real quick though, did you see that thing I tagged you in? Now me not thinking anything of it and still being in that honeymoon phase, I'm just like, huh? No. Like, no, I didn't see. Cause here's the thing, whenever we hang out, my phone, and this is for any relationship. Friendships, you know, I'm here. I might pick up my phone, but if I'm in a relationship, I usually have my phone set down somewhere. If it's not in my pocket, it's set down, and I normally only get on it if, like, something, obviously, we having a conversation about something that popped up on social media and I bring it up, or they go to the bathroom or something and I check my phone to see what's up. I'm bored and like I'm not talking to no one, so I'm just gonna be on my phone real quick. But otherwise, I'm always off of my phone. All right, majority of the time, like 80% of the time, I'm off my phone. And so, going back to the whole living for social media, I'm thinking that we were having fun together and just, locked in, glued in to what's going on here and with each other. My concern was that when did you even have time to do that? When did this person go on their phone, tag me in something, and then waited for a while because it was alarming. It was certainly a red flag I chose to ignore. And again, my relationship was completely documented on Twitter. How else do I know this? When we were in a Discord, some people like they would kind of joke and be like, yeah, Key with his girl right now. He ain't messing with us. He with his girl. And it could come off as, a little slight joke. Because it will still joke on me like that now. Be like, you gonna hang out with some girl? You gonna hang out with some... It could be just like a general joke, but he would make the joke of, yo, he not messing with us. He always at his girl's place. He always at his girl's, which I kind of was after, like if I wasn't at work, I was probably with her. The issue being that, why do you know this? Why can you tell? Because my girl is posting everything we do on social media. Every time we make a move, every time we go out, and that's let's spin back real quick, right? One of the main factors or differentials about living in the moment and living in social media to me would be time and frequency. And I'm gonna explain. As far as time goes, I'm more so of, like I said before, like when are you uploading this? Are you uploading this when you get back from your trip? Or are you uploading as it's happening? Did you just see a monkey do a triple 360 backflip and took the picture and immediately went to Twitter like, I just saw this monkey do this? Like, are you doing it in that exact moment, or are you taking the video? Oh shit, that's crazy. Yo, you see that? That's crazy. All right, and then you go back to enjoying life. And then you post the monkey doing his backflip later. Do you have to let everyone know as soon as it happens? Do you have to post to social media? Or can you give it time and just really take in what you just experienced? That's the time portion of it. And the frequency is, which I think makes it more so people living for social media. I think it's the repetition and how many times they do it. Yeah, how often are you doing this? Like I said, my ex posted everything we did together, and I did not realize until after we split. I didn't realize that at all. Everything we've ever done, when we go out, when we go downtown, when I come over, what is it, when we're playing the game and we're doing XYZ, if we went to the fair, every single thing was posted online that we did. That is what I consider living for social media. And I can say that. I'm qualified to say that because all that shit didn't matter afterwards. It was nice to post everything, but it didn't matter in the end. When we ended, the first thing she did was take all of our photos together off her page. And I could not do the same because I didn't fucking have any. Because I lived in the moment. I took pictures of her, of course. But to post them after it happened, there are some things you should just keep to yourself and for like your eyes only. And I'm talking about in any relationship, not just me, but just like enjoy each other's time. There was a trend on Twitter about it was like post what dating you looks like. And I was going through my gallery. I didn't delete anything. I was going straight through my gallery. And I saw pictures of us together and I smiled because we looked so happy. Like I didn't need to delete shit. Like it happened. It's cool. It's fine. But I never really posted those. I think I may have posted one collage, but that was something that was like she would do it in the moment as it happened. And also the next days moving forward. That's what I think the difference is between like the determining factor of living for social media is especially the frequency. How often do you have to tell people that you're doing good for us to understand you're doing good? We understand, we get it. And even then, things that people post on social media obviously can be false, a false reality. So that's just my thoughts on living in the moment. I will always try my best to live in the moment. Living in the moment, that is like that's me. That's how I prefer to live life. For those who say that they don't live for social media, I don't know. Like check how often you have to post about things. People say a lot, hey, what is it? Keep the things, what it not even keep your prayers, but like keep some things to yourself. Keep some of your wins to yourself because not everybody is really here to see you winning too. And sometimes you can block your own blessings by, just being a little too overconfident. That's why I didn't really want to say anything about my new job with the dog boarding until I actually got the job. I didn't want to be like, yeah, I got this interview. Like, no, I waited until I actually had the job confirmed to be like new job secured. But some people will do that immediately. And that's not to say you shouldn't do that, but I think there is some correlation between posting your victories as soon as they happen and waiting and being patient and, you know, living in the moment. But listen, with all that being said, I want to move on to it's like giving some of my friends props, right? First off, I gotta give my homie Monty props, man. I don't even know if he follows me on Twitch. I think he does. Maybe he's at work right now. I don't know. But I was just telling him the other day. I told my homie Monty, I said, look, bro, I'm real proud of you. Because you a real nigga. Let me tell y'all about my homie Monty, bro. I met my friend Monty in college. And shit, I'll go ahead and look back at this and post a link to all his stuff right now. I met him back in college. Was he on some bullshit sometimes? Yes. However, each of my friends in my friend group, like we give him shit, but I don't think there is anyone else like in our immediate friend group that we are just absolutely proud of because Monty handles his fucking business, bro. Some of us get real lazy. Some of us be like, yeah, I'm a I'm a stop this or here's my goal and I want to achieve this. And we kind of work for it, we walk for it, we jog a little bit, but then we get tired and be like, all right, I'll do it later. Monty straight up will see that shit through and through. And I wish I had that type of like real ambition and drive that my friend Monty does. My friend Monty is engaged. Like, I'm so happy for him. And I'm so happy because I've seen the shit that he went through when we were in college, bro. I'm not gonna put all his business out there, but man, he had a girl that everything she said it had to go her way, and I hated seeing my homie have to do that shit. I hated watching my homie go from his energetic self to like pieces of him just like chipping away. And every time we be like, Monty, you good? He'd be like, yeah, bro, I'm good. I'm good, I promise. I'm good. And that's that girl taking his life from him. I'm good, I promise. I watched him go through that shit in college, and that shit hurt me, bro. So when he finally ended things, I was like, good. And now, because we've been out of college, right? We graduated 2020, it's 2025 now. Fucking, I want to say it's been 5 years. 5 years later since they were dating, and we're still early 2025. But 5 years later, my man is engaged to a woman who he has never had anything bad to say about with us. Of course, whenever any of us are in some shit, we will absolutely hit that group chat and be like, yo, this girl bugging. This girl tripping. What do I do? What do I do? I can't remember one time where Monty has come to any of us being like, "Yo, my girl tripping. I'm bugging. She bugging. She make me feel this way." I'm so glad he got out of that toxic ass relationship and found him someone who he can start a whole family with, bro. Like I told him yesterday, he is doing everything right. My man starting that 2 parent household, got his business up, and he told me he was like, you inspired me to do this when you was doing your business, nigga. Where my sheet at? I got this certificate of administrative dissolution right here. That shit means my LLC is no longer valid. Can't use that shit, and I let it run out because that LLC entrepreneur life isn't for me. I need to find where I fit in the workforce. I'll punch a clock. Some people be like, I can't do this no more. I can't punch a clock. Look, bro, when work becomes your life 24/7, I can't do it. I've given enough of my early life to work. I forgot what I was. I forgot who I told this to, but I remember when my very first job was Harris Teeter. And my managers loved me. My managers loved me. And it wasn't until years later that I really put the pieces together as to why. Because I didn't have a fucking life when I was a kid. When I was a kid and we had our summer breaks, our spring breaks, people flying out, going, people like my coworkers who are around the same age as me would ask me, "Hey, Kiari, can you take my shift for this weekend?" And because I ain't have shit going on, I'm thinking, yeah, man, I'll take that. Psh, more money for me. I'll take that. Why is this on my hand? I'd be like, yeah, that's more money for me. I'm gonna go ahead and take that shift and slave away these another extra what is it 5 6 hours I was working at the time 'cause I was part time. Yeah, 5 6 hours I can do that. That ain't no problem. Ain't no problem at all. And my managers they would always come to me and be like, hey. Can this person can't make it into work? Can you take the shift? Can you take the shift? I'm like, yeah, of course, I can do that shit. And it was like I wasn't even stacking money. Like I think I was getting paid like minimum wage, which was like $7.95, maybe $7.50 if that. Um, but they all came to me like wanting me to take shifts, and yeah, my managers loved me because I was always taking shifts. But again, once I got older, and I was just like, bro, I haven't experienced shit. Niggas flying out to Florida, having great times at the beach with their friends, and I'm still sitting here at Harris Teeter just pushing cars. Oh, I can't believe they went to Florida, man. They missing out. Some of the baddies coming in here and shopping. Don't nobody give a fuck. I absolutely wholeheartedly regret taking all those shifts and not enjoying my life. And that goes back to saying, like, is once you start your own business, for anyone out there even looking to start their own business, please, if you are not built for it, then don't do it. I know everyone was starting a business like hotcakes. Like, I know everyone was starting a business during COVID because that just seemed like the shit to do. Everyone else's major businesses were failing. You thought that this was the time for you to start your own shit and do something from home. It's not that easy. You have to put all of your time. Your business becomes your life. And I did not want that to be the case for me again. I didn't. There was so much paperwork and other stuff and taxes and filing forms that I didn't know about. It literally cost me more to maintain that shit than I was even making because I still had to work and find time to build that business. And then working with the clients was ass too because obviously I did video editing, but even the clients that I worked with were ass cheeks. I'm sorry. I'm never working with rappers again. I can't. So when I say like he's maintaining his job and still doing his business, like he can make time for everything, even loved ones. Like he's really doing all that shit right. And I am so proud of my homie Monty, bro. Like that nigga is really the standard. I don't care what nobody says. Like my nigga Monty is the standard. Now hopefully I can save up enough what is it, PTO, because he said he don't know like the actual date of the marriage, so obviously I want to be there for it, but I gotta save this PTO for Evo right now. But yeah, I just had to shout out my nigga Monty because he doing the damn thing, bro. Like he a good dude for real. And then I want to talk about another person who I met in college. Now I'm gonna say Shay, but this isn't Bunny Girl Shay. In case anyone's watching, while I do love Bunny Girl Shay, that's love you, appreciate you, and all you do. Love the friendship. I want to talk about another friend Shay because black people don't know any other nicknames for like SHAs. It's like every Shay I know is a completely different real name. It's fucking stupid. Like why don't y'all just want to go by your real name? Like whatever. Here's the thing, I don't go by Key anywhere. People just call me Key. Like like no, if you don't know my name is Kiari, bro. Like I don't like that. But anyways, I want to talk about my friend Shay who I met in college and how Shay, amongst other friends, amongst other people, they are the examples of why you just don't give up on people, you know? And of course, going back to, my mental health has been some shit for the past 2 months, maybe. I don't know. But it's a whole thing of why I give second chances. Because some of the people that you give second chances to come back and really, prove they worth in your life and help you later on. My friend Shay, we have such a funny, beautiful friendship to me because it's one of those friendships where like in movies you would think it turns into a relationship, which I wish it did, but it's okay. But it's one of those friendships in movies because when I explain it you'll understand. So we met in college and we were both shy, but she was incredibly shy, like extremely shy. Like we linked up maybe 2 months ago, and she was when we linked up, her entire speech pattern, and I told her at the brunch we went to, I told her into her face, I said, "Yo, you're speaking a lot more clearly than you ever did when we were in college. Because when we were in college, she was straight up the shy girl. I'd be like, hey, you want to go eat somewhere? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I should. And then yeah. I was like, hey, you want to go study in the library? We're like, I guess. Which means, and it would start like an argument, maybe. I'd be like, so do you want to or not? It's like, yes, Kiari, I know. And so when we have conversations now, it's really conversations. I told her, like, it doesn't feel like I'm pulling teeth with you anymore. It doesn't feel like I have to bring the conversation out. And she told me, she was like, yeah, with my new job and things that happened over the years, it's just become, I was forced to become more confident in speaking and all that. So that's just who she was in college. She was very shy. And when I first saw her, I was just like, yo, this woman is beautiful. Oh my God. Like, she hit my short dark skin with natural hair check boxes. I was like, yeah, she's gorgeous. Like, let me get to know her. And she was the roommate of a girl who I don't even speak to anymore because she was just a dickhead afterwards. Like, she was one of those women that if she don't get her way, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm tired of running into those. How about that? I'm tired of running into the my way or the highway women. All right, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. But she was one of those, and we don't talk no more because she was one of them. But being her friend led to me being to Shay's friend and another Shay's friend, which ended up working out better because she has been here for me the past couple months with like my mental. We would argue about things a lot, right? And it would start as like kind of playful arguing on my side because that's just how I like to not flirt, but it's just how conversations get started with me because I don't be taking shit seriously and I will absolutely take a hard left just to kind of fit a joke in there somewhere. I gotta stop doing that. But we would argue and then we just wouldn't talk to each other for a while, right? But I think on not a spiritual level, but kind of, we always knew when we wanted to talk to each other. And that's why I say that the friendship is beautiful because, and how it reminds you of those movie romantic relationships where it's like, I want to talk to that person, I want to talk to that person. And they would like run into each other or they would call right at the same time. We would literally do that. Like, I remember shopping in Walmart and I was just like, damn, I wonder how Shay's doing. I hope she's doing well. And immediately within the next minute, she texts me and was just like, hey. And I said, hey, I was just thinking about you. And she's like, really? I'm like, I really, really was. And I've done that to her a couple of times. Like, we go back and forth with, like, we may not speak to each other for a couple months. And there's no hard feelings, no ill will. Because I know how women get with that shit. I know you don't speak to a woman in like 2 months. She'd be like, "Hey, stranger. Oh, you still know who I am? I can't believe that." I know how women get with each other. It's a little better with like male female friendships because they understand niggas do be just like niggas don't really care that much as women do. So women hold women to higher standards to it. And men, obviously, we don't give a fuck. We can go years without talking to each other and run into each other on the street and be like, yo, what's good with you? None, none. Been raising my child. Child? You got a child? Like, that's how we are. Like, we don't care. But, yeah, we would always just think about each other at the exact same time. And it's happened so often. And as I'm going through my first real mental health, like, not scare, not breakdown, I don't know what to call it, but as I'm going through the things I'm going through, she hit me up recently and she couldn't have come at a better time. Just being like, hey, I hope your week is great. I hope you love it. I hope everything goes your way and blah 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 and all of this and all of that. And of course I returned the favor and it just made me realize like, yo, that is really one of my greatest, most beautiful friendships is that girl. Not to say, and I'm not trying to downplay any other friendships because obviously other people have been helping me and reach out sometimes and doing this, but it's something special about Shay that I just really, really appreciate because again, we're just always thinking about each other at the exact right times, and that just it means something to me. It means a lot. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close this episode out. Again, Living in the moment versus living for social media. I've been through it now officially, and I can speak on it. That shit is whack. I need the universe to not send me another woman who lives on social media. As far as living in the moment, I think everyone should try it. I think everyone should just take a week off social media 1 week. I took mine last what was it 2 3 weeks ago, and it was beautiful. I might do it again, to be honest with you. But some people say again, like, they can do both. Why juggle, But that's preference. If you really can do both, like if you say you're living in the moment, you're taking pictures of your food, the car that you're in, the flights, the everything, you're out, you're like, I'm out touching grass, and you're taking a picture of yourself touching grass, then I don't know. You're touching grass, but are you feeling the effects of the grass? Are you itchy? Or do you not care because you're on social media? On the other hand, who knows? But it's I can't do it. It could never be me. I could never live on social media. I'm just here for the jokes, bro. And Snapchat keep trying to like send porn stars at me, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired. That's another reason. I said the other day, if it wasn't for the fact that me and my homeboys all use Snapchat for like our main group chat, like yeah, we say some things in the Instagram chat sometimes, but it's mainly Snapchat when we all talking. I would delete that shit because I don't post anything anymore. I don't post. I don't care so much for the memories that pop up. All like if I swipe too far, because all the stories are on that far end, so you have your stories in that little tiny top half. Not even half. It's like 1/8 of the screen. It's like 1/2. I mean 1/8 of the screen, and the rest of it is advertisements. And a lot of them, like let's just see right now. I'm gonna just open up Snapchat. Let's see what's there. Like I want to see if I can make my point live. Right. So I'm here. Okay. So I couldn't make my point live. We got Discover, IGN, Peacock. And oh wait, hold on, who's this? Let's see. Oh, now suddenly nothing's loading. Okay, all right. I couldn't prove my point. Never mind. It refreshed itself. It literally just refreshed itself. I don't know who the fuck Jazz is. Let's see. Like this right here. I don't know who the fuck that is. That's all Snapchat does is send me shit like that as recommended, and I'm not interested. I do not care. Something came up the other day where I tried to report it. I'm like, bro. And one of the options was, why are you reporting this? And I'm just like, not interested. Just not interested. And it was like, okay, cool. All right. Niggas sent me a message saying, hey, this doesn't, violate our terms of service or anything. So, there's nothing we can do. What the fuck do you mean? I just said, don't show me this shit. And they keep showing me. I'll watch a video off on Twitter. And even though people were saying, like, you can turn off the auto scroll, like the auto play for the next video, I went into the settings and that shit does not work. I went into the settings and it still auto plays the next video. I'll hit not interested on an ad. Me and I guess my former friend at this point, me and my former friend had the same issue to where we were trying to get rid of these fucking Shein ads. Like, okay, we get it. It's a nice dress. It's a nice dress. We'll put it on the list. And every time we hit not interested, it would still come up. We would still refresh the feed, scroll a little bit, and it'll show up like every fucking 4 or 5 posts. That same fit. Social media is just, that's why I don't fuck with it. It's nothing but advertisements now. It's not, social media is not like it was in like the mid early 2000s. It's not. Everything is the advertisement. Everything is for money. Before, you could just hang out and have fun. Now everyone's really, really competing with each other, and like we are collateral damage because this shit is stupid. Especially the porn and the sexuality of it all. It's so tiresome. But I just had to go on my quick rant. I'm gonna go ahead and stop that.